Pro Football Focus came out with their NFL quarterback rankings and tiers for 2022. Take a look at this. So the elite, Patrick Mahomes is number 1, Joe Burrow number 2, Josh Allen is number 3. Then we get into the bad tier. Russell Wilson, 27, Marcus Mariota, 28, Justin Fields, 29, Davis Mills, 30, Matt Ryan, 31, Taylor Heineke, 32. Down a little further, they refer to it as the ugly tier, where there is 33 Deshaun Watson, 34 Carson Wentz, 35 Desmond Ridder, 36 Baker Mayfield, 37 Zach Wilson. And they say Deshaun Watson played his first football game in 700 days and looked like it, showed flashes of his former self, but put up the least EPA per pass of any quarterback this year. Let's welcome in Quincy Carrier, Untitled, Unfiltered Browns coverage. Quincy, you and I were talking. I got nothing for this one. I like what Pro Football Focus does, but come on.
Yeah, it's just this is where it becomes hard to believe that they're living by what they're supposed to be living by, right? And this is this ideal of unbiasedness. If they put out there, hey, we personally at Pro Football Focus have an objection to what Deshaun Watson's been accused of, and we are just going to rate him with a weight, then just come out and say that. But like to expect me as a person who watches football, watch Deshaun Watson for 6 weeks, and then like expect me to hear, hey man, we think Marcus Mariota and Davis Mills were better than Deshaun Watson this year. That's just ridiculous. That is just, I have a hard time taking you serious after you blatantly lie to my face about a football that is publicly available for anybody who wants to pay for an NFL Plus subscription. So this is where I kind of like have to tell people, you're not helping anything by lying. Like, this is not helping anybody. And the only thing this is doing is honestly making it easier for Deshaun to redeem himself. If that's not your goal, you're actually helping, because what this does is makes it real easy to make the argument that Deshaun Watson should actually be most improved player next year. He should get comeback player of the year next year if he has a normal Deshaun Watson season, because what you're going to tell me is that he went from 33rd Baker Mayfield tier to around top 10 where he's always been in his career. So the inability to be serious sometimes and this is what happens with Pro Football Focus, and it's graded by people. People have their own personal beliefs, and that dips into everything that they do. And I'm not saying that everybody should be unbiased. I understand that people have their personal biases that they carry into it. But when you look at the paper and you see Deshaun Watson 33rd, you got to ask yourself some questions like, hey, do I actually think that this is justifiable? Or am I not saying anything because, nobody likes him at this point, even though I know this to be ridiculous? Because honestly, this just makes Pro Football Focus look bad. And if he has a good year like he's probably going to have next year, it's going to make them look even worse.